This is not one of those stories.
Apa yang mati?
This is what 10x gameplay would look like. This is what 100x gameplay would look like. Maybe you're a student studying for a degree that you hope can, and your job that you hope can bring some good money. You probably don't have any savings, only a peaky player debt hanging above your head. Well, getting professional, that all seems like a distant dream. How did they do it? You ask yourself. Seeing all of those top players, especially the ones who are favorite your. It baffles you. It makes you angry. They got lucky. They were born into prettily. They cheated their way to that gameplay. Doesn't make them honey as evil, and you're not smart. Those dreams you had of buying, your favorite phone, paying off your mortgage, traveling around the world, they'll forever remain that, just dreams. But what if I told you? You're wrong. What if there was a way of getting there? An actual science behind way gameplay works? Would you call me a liar for saying so? I'm promised that I'm not. And by the end of this video, you will understand. There's a side to the coin that you're not begin shown. But I warn you, the road is tough. It's filled with ups and downs. Right now, Crypto was going on floor top with his team member. Suddenly, an enemy knocked his team guy. In such a stressful situation, he goes to the lower floors. Now look at this ruthless technique. After killing that guy by this technique, Crypto again goes straight towards the roof of the top floor. Although, since Crypto in the rooftop, suddenly he decided to pick up this shotgun. Whatever the reason, maybe something special?
Apa yang mati?
As we would have expected, that usually happened, but with a problem. You nicely know that what? Yeah, you heard right, the last enemy. For that, see this mastermind.
इसकी भी मारे सकते से.
This was a very solid bait, because he knew as soon as he would be starting revival, the opponent will inevitably trying to do something strange. So when I say that, everything is working against you, what I mean by that. The player you once were is at odds with the player that you're becoming. And just like Newton's first law of motion, you're fighting inertia. In some sense, zero to build a gameplay boils down to one thing, mindset. You need to adopt that mindset, that success is not just a desire, it's a necessity. And that is exactly the lesson of the next point. You see, often when you're getting started, you'll get stuck, waiting for the perfect moment. And my friend, that's simply the name of game. And then for the last guy, see how patiently the fight jerks got engaged. In this position, anyone could get tempted by seeing the enemy was crouching in front. But even in such a situation, he did not lose his patience at all. And see during the entire fight how he dodged a wheel and avoided going into the pre-fire of the person in front of him. Calmly in the end, Zerks catch his opening. Wait, so that's it. Just patient and techniques will appear. So I'm gonna have to create the next inertia for me to be pro or next action. You've got to be kidding me, right? I don't even know how to action. I don't even have the money to do something of that scale. I didn't even, hold on. You're once more going into old patterns of thinking. Start with a problem. Always start with a problem. Listen to the market around you. What are players saying they don't like? What are actors saying they wish existed? What are players saying frustrates them? What do players think is incredibly inconsistent? Is that a problem that you can solve? And also, is a problem that is worth solving? Again, such a precise nade, at such a huge distance. And it's not by fluke, it's precision, and he can do it a lot of times, which is provided by the fact that the new nade as well landed where the other enemy was. And this emptiness doesn't end instant Doc knocks plus secure another guy here. No, tell me something. Is this a joke? From which angle is the nade begin throw? The kill 2 gets gain. However, the last enemy is left. Now why not look at him yet? As much as you may thinking you're the best, there's someone out there that can do a better job than you, ones you found. A technique, it's your job to make sure that technique can be accessed by everyone in your market. It's not about your ego, and it's not about you're passionate about. The market doesn't care about your passions. It's time to move on and reap what you sow. Here you might expect that Osul would have easily crashed this enemy by the vehicle, but if I tell you there's not an alone one, but two enemies who rush together. The timing of this molly couldn't have been better. Osul without stopping gives a little pre-aim to confuse them. Because of Osul coming backwards, saw the opponent already damages him around 80%, and then this insane last 10 bullets inevitably was so crucial. Then such strong pre-fire, he did waste any more time, fully emptied his gun. Either way, you did it. You solved a problem that the market wanted solving, and it were awarded you favorably for doing so. And now I ask you, what was it all for anyway? For most of you, it was never about the gameplay. Execution's true technique skills. Its value is only backed up by our belief in its value. From the very start, this was never about the gameplay. Playing off the mortgage, buying your dream phone, traveling around the world. Never having to worry about your financial situation? It's the freedom that you were looking for. Your destination wasn't anything monetary related. It was a feeling, a sensation. The ability to do what you want, whenever you wanted, without ever having to case the though towards. Can I afford this? Have I used up all of my holidays for the year? What dreams will I have to sacrifice? Because I can't afford to pursue them. The most important lesson from this video was never about the nature of gameplay. It was about the one valuable resource that we all have, the one resource we will never be able to reclaim. Time is your life settled on. Working, coming home, watching the TV, sleeping, waking up the next day, and repeating the same pattern till you retire. Of perhaps you're fine with that reality. The most you got from this video was a little entertainment and maybe a change in perspective. But there are those of you that understand the other side. Those of you that have the desire to never need to worry about gameplay ever again. And there is your equation to professional. Of course, I missed out a lot of points in this video. Topics of gameplay strategies, but if you do want to know some real-life lessons, I no doubtly recommend you check it out James Janey, who heavily inspire me to create this video.